Hello friends, this is Lady Flora and it's a really beautiful day out. Nice and sunny but very cool, as I suspected it would be after yesterday's rain. It was raining so much. I don't know if you saw yesterday's vlog, but I was out in the rain and my feet got like totally soaked, like my shoes got totally soaked as I walked back to the office. So it was sort of a chilly day, and but I love it. I think it's great. I'm enjoying it very much, and I get to wear my leather jacket. And but yeah, I wanted to tell you, I meant to make a video on Wednesday, but I didn't because something happened that kind of threw me off a little bit. And I don't know, maybe this has happened to you before. It's never happened to me before. But it was kind of freaky. So basically I was driving home from work, and the same way that I always go. And there's kind of an area where you merge onto a street, and you know, I'm pulling up to the sign, I stop and I look. There's like no cars for quite a while. There is one car. There's one white car, but it's like maybe 5 car distances behind me. So I pull in. There's only 2 lanes. I get right into the left lane. Keep going. A nice, normal speed. There was a green light in front of me, and there was also an ambulance coming on the other side of the street, but there was a median in between. So, you know, when there's a median, as far as I know, at least in Florida, when there's a median, you don't really have to slow or move over or stop or anything like that. Plus he was on the other side going in the opposite direction. So anyways, shortly after that happened, a car totally sideswiped me, like near the front on my right side, by the front door dashboard area. You know, this crazy loud banging noise that happens when cars hit each other. And I look over, and it was the white car that had been, you know, so far behind me. And they were going very, very fast. So they sideswiped me. And then I'm not exactly sure immediately what happened after that. If they got into the lane in front of me or if they stayed in their lane. I think they headed into the left lane, which was what I was in, and that was part of the sideswiping. But then I don't know if they were trying to be in the right lane or the left lane. I don't really know what was happening, but they were going really, really, really fast, and it was really scary. I have never been hit by a car while I was driving, and I was the only one in the car. Thank God my daughter wasn't with me. And there wasn't a jolt, like, it wasn't like I felt like my head going forward or like anything like that. It was on the side, it was on the passenger side, not on my side. And then I just couldn't believe that the car was just going. They kept going. And I was like, oh, they're not even going to stop, you know, because that's what you're supposed to do. Like, you stop when you hit another car. And I was just really in shock. Like, it really scared me. I hate to talk about stuff being scary because I'm always about overcoming your fears. But it really startled me. It really came out of nowhere. And all I could do was think, like did I cause this? Like, did I pull in front of that car and make them mad and make them want to like ram me or something. But they were really far behind me, so I don't see how I could have made them mad. It wasn't like I was cutting them off. They were way, way behind me when I pulled into the lane. So I really don't know exactly what happened, but they were going very, very fast. I was kind of freaked out. I drove freaked out for about 3 or 4 blocks, just kind of in shock and not really knowing what to do. And I was driving kind of slow, not like really, really slow. Like I was still trying to drive with traffic. I didn't want to like just be weird and like stop or, you know, cause an accident by my, you know, so I was still thinking somewhat clearly. Here comes a person. This is going to be awkward. Take like a little pause in the story. But yeah, they kept on going so fast, and I didn't get to see their license plate. And it was just very, very alarming. And oh, that lady walked away. I made her feel uncomfortable. Anyways, sorry, lady. Yes, so they drove away. Couldn't see their license plate. Drove for about 3 blocks. Cars were passing me, but not, like I said, I wasn't going that slow. And this one car passed me, and this lady actually was leaning out the window looking at me. So I think she had seen the car hit my car, and then saw me going slowly and was trying to figure out if I was okay. And so she was kind of leaning out her window looking at me to see like what is going on like with this driver. Like, are they okay? And I was actually trying to figure out the same thing. I was trying to figure out if I was okay too. So seeing that lady's face kind of snapped me out of it a little bit. So I wound up getting into the right lane very carefully and pulling over, getting out of the car, and looking in the spot where the car hit me, and surprisingly there was like no dent at all and no scratch or anything, which is good. I'm grateful for that. But it surprised me because it really sounded loud, and it really was like a hit, like a car hitting a car. And we were all going about 50 miles an hour, maybe more, probably more. So I was very surprised and relieved to see that there was no damage to the car. Took a little moment to compose myself. And then just realized I was okay, the car was okay, everything was okay. So I just kept going, got back in the car, drove to my destination. And I started to think that maybe this person just didn't see me, just didn't see my car at all. And that they bumped my car and then got into the lane that they wanted to be in, and they were probably like, oh my gosh. And then they realized that I was okay. It wasn't like they knocked me out of the road. It wasn't like the car was spinning. It wasn't like there was a dent or anything. So they realized that my car seemed to be okay, so then they just sped off. And that's why they didn't stop. I think maybe they were a little embarrassed. I don't know. That's my only understanding, is that either they were embarrassed that they didn't see my car, they accidentally hit my car, or that they were like intentionally ramming me, but I don't know why that would be true. So yeah, I just wanted to tell you this crazy thing that happened to me. It's pretty crazy. I don't know what I would do if I was in that situation. If I was driving, I didn't see someone on my left, and I wound up bumping their car like that. I like to think that I would stop, that I would pull over, that I would try to see if they're okay, that I would try to see if they wanted to exchange information. I feel like that's the right thing to do. So I want to try and do the right thing to be a good example for my daughter, because I feel like even when your kids don't see you, so like even if you're doing something wrong or something questionable, maybe your kids aren't witnessing it, but in a way they're witnessing it in your character. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't know how to explain it. It's like they catch on somehow, or they sense it. So that was what happened to me on Wednesday. Have you ever been in a situation like that? Please let me know if you have. I would really love to hear your stories. Maybe it could help me to sort of process what happened to me and understand. Have you ever been like the person that got hit or the person that did the hitting? And how did you deal with it? And yeah, let me know. I have a weird history with cars. I don't know if I should save this for another video or not, but I guess I'll just tell you now. I haven't been driving a very long time. I did not like cars for most of my life, and I didn't want to drive a car or be a part of the car culture at all. I don't know what I was thinking. I guess I just thought I would live someplace where you could walk everywhere. But I don't live where I can walk everywhere. I live somewhere where you can walk to a few places, but can't walk to work. So anyways, after I had my daughter, I realized that I was going to have to drive to maintain some things that were very important to me that I wanted to maintain. So I haven't been driving for very long. Yeah, and I think I'm a relatively safe driver. I don't know. I don't ever text while I drive. Anyways, it was a strange thing that happened. It made me feeling it left me feeling a little bit sad that day. I don't know, but please tell me your stories. I would love to hear them. I'm feeling much better, and just sort of accepting it and moving on or whatever, because I was fine, everybody was fine, and the reality is, praise God, because it could have been so much worse. So it's a really, really beautiful day. I don't know if you can hear that sound. It's a mourning dove. It is my favorite bird sound in the whole world. Some people say it sounds sad. I think it sounds really wonderful. Let me see if I can. So there is the dove right there. I don't know if you heard that, but that is the sound of the mourning dove. I don't know if it's mourning as in MOURNING or if it's just MORNING, but I love it. I think it's beautiful. So thank you, mourning dove. Thank you for watching. I make several vlogs a week because I believe that connecting with nature can have a positive impact on your life. It most definitely has on mine. So if you're new, I would love to have you comment, like, subscribe, share, and then after you do that, go outside and have a sublime day.